One winter morning, while listening to the radio, Bob and his wife hear the announcer say, "We are going to have 4 to 6 inches of snow today. You must park your car on the even-numbered side of the street so the snowplow can get through." Bob's wife goes out and moves her car. A week later, while they are eating breakfast, the radio announcer says, "We are expecting 6 to 8 inches of snow today. You must park your car on the odd-numbered side of the street so the snowplow can get through." Bob's wife goes out and moves her car again. The next week, they are having breakfast again when the radio announcer says, "We are expecting 8 to 10 inches of snow today. You must park." Then the electric power goes out. Bob's wife is very upset, and with a worried look on her face, she says, "Honey, I don't know what to do. Which side of the street do I need to park on so the plow can get through?" With the love and understanding in his voice, like all men who are married to blondes exhibit, Bob says, "Why don't you just leave it in the garage this time?" 3 friends, a turtle, a mole, and a bear, are drafted into the army, but none of them want to go, so they each need to provide medical proof why they can't join. "It's easy for me," says the turtle. "I'm slow." He enters the examination room, and when he comes out, he happily tells his friends that he is officially too slow to join. "Well," says the mole, "I'm literally blind. How could they possibly want me?" He goes in for his exam and, just a few minutes later, comes out and hugs his friends, relieved that they don't need a blind mole in the army. "All right, guys," says the bear, terrified. "Let's face it, I'm one of the biggest and most dangerous animals. I'm the perfect soldier." The turtle thinks for a moment, then says slowly, "I have an idea. The most dangerous part of you is your teeth. Without your teeth, you're not really dangerous. So, if we just smash your teeth, they won't want you." Reluctantly, the bear agrees, and the 3 friends work together to smash his teeth. The bear enters the examination room, and after 10 minutes, he comes out with his head hanging low and a sad face. "So, do you have to join the army?" asks the turtle cautiously. The bear mumbles, "No, I'm too fat." A television crew arrives at a farm to interview the shepherd about his daily routine. "Our viewers would love to know what a regular day on the countryside looks like. Could you start from the beginning?" asks the reporter. "Sure," begins the shepherd. "So, first I wake up, but I don't really want to, so I have a sip of my brandy to kickstart my day. Then I head out to release the sheep. I'm still pretty sleepy, so I take 2 more sips to help me get outside, and another to get enough energy to open the gate. Once I'm out in the field, I usually meet my buddy, and we drink 2 whole bottles of brandy together, and then—" The reporter quickly interrupts, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we can't air that. We're on live TV, and children are watching. How about, instead of drinking, you just say you read a book every time?" The shepherd thinks for a moment and agrees. "That makes sense. Okay, I'll start over. So first thing in the morning, I wake up and read a page of my book. Then I go outside and read 2 more pages, plus 1 more while I open the gate for the sheep. Out in the field, I usually meet my buddy, and we read 2 whole books together. After that, we head back home, reading page after page as we lock the sheep in the barn. Finally, at the end of the day, we go to town where my friend owns a library, and we read all night until morning." A beautiful young woman was waiting for the bus in a crowded city, dressed in a tight leather mini-skirt, matching leather boots, and a jacket. As the bus arrived and it was her turn to board, she realized that her skirt was so tight she couldn't lift her leg high enough to step onto the bus. A little embarrassed, she flashed the bus driver a quick smile and decided to unzip her skirt just a bit to give herself some extra room. She tried again but still couldn't make the step. With a sheepish grin, she unzipped it a little more and tried again, but still no luck. At this point, she flashed another smile at the driver, unzipped the skirt a little more, and attempted the step once again, but still couldn't manage it. As she was starting to get frustrated, a big Texan behind her gently picked her up by the waist and placed her on the step of the bus. Outraged, she spun around and yelled at him, "How dare you touch me? I don't even know you." The Texan, not missing a beat, smiled and said, "Well, ma'am, normally I'd agree with you, but after you unzipped my fly 3 times, I figured we were friends." There are 5 cows on a farm, 1 mama cow and 4 baby calves. The first baby walks up to the mom and asks, "Mama, why is my name Rose?" The mommy cow replies, "Well, honey, a rose petal fell on your head when you were born." The next calf comes up and asks, "Mama, why is my name Lily?" The mother replies, "Because, honey, a lily petal fell on your head when you were born." The third baby comes up and asks, "Mama, why is my name Daisy?" The mama cow again replied, "Well, when you were born, a daisy petal fell on your head." The final baby walks over and says, "Da, ahajihna." The mama cow says, "Shut up, Cinderblock." A small boy named Arthur lived in the local village. None of his classmates liked him because of his stupidity, especially his teacher, who was always yelling at him, "You are driving me crazy, Arthur." One day, Arthur's mother came into school to check on how he was doing. The teacher told his mother honestly that her son is simply a disaster, getting very low marks, and even she had never seen such a dumb boy in her entire teaching career. The mother was shocked at the feedback and withdrew her son from the school and even moved to another town. 25 years later, the teacher was diagnosed with an incurable cardio disease. All the doctors strongly advised her to have an open heart operation, which only one surgeon could perform. Left with no other options, the teacher decided to have the operation, which was successful. When she opened her eyes after the surgery, she saw a handsome doctor smiling down at her. She wanted to thank him, but could not talk. Her face started to turn blue. She raised her hand, trying to tell him something, but eventually died. The doctor was shocked and was trying to work out what went wrong. When he turned around, he saw Arthur, working as a cleaner in the clinic, who had unplugged the oxygen equipment to connect his floor scrubber. Don't tell me you thought that Arthur became a feckin' doctor. There is an overweight guy who is watching TV. A commercial comes on for a guaranteed weight loss of 10 pounds in a week. So the guy, thinking what the hell, signs up for it. Next morning, an incredibly beautiful woman is standing at his door in nothing but a pair of running shoes and a sign about her neck that reads, "If you can catch me, you can have me." As soon as he sees her, she takes off running. He tries to catch her, but is unable. This continues for a week, at the end of which the man has lost 10 pounds. After this, he tries the next weight loss plan, 15 pounds in a week. The next morning, an even more beautiful woman is standing at the door, in similar conditions. The same happens with her as with the first woman, except he almost catches her. This continues for a week, at the end of which he, as suspected, weighs 15 pounds less. Excited about this success, he decides to do the master program. Before he signs up, he is required to sign a waiver and is warned about the intensity of this plan. Still, he signs up. The next morning, waiting at the door, is a hulking 300-pound muscle man with nothing but a pair of running shoes, a raging erection, and a sign around his neck that says, "If I catch you, you're mine." The man was supposed to lose 25 pounds in the week. He lost 34.